Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Katie, and this is Yoga for Runners. So, we're gonna get into those areas that are most targeted by running and get super tight, the legs, and a little bit into the arms as well. This is gonna be a great class to do post run. So, a really good way to kind of get all that tension and tightness out once you've had your run. So when you're ready, make your way to the top of your mat, and that's where we're going to start. So when you're standing at the top of your mat, just bring your feet to hip distance. Imagine that your feet are stood on the number 11. Soften the knees and just let your upper body ragdoll over the legs. And you can either just let your hands kind of flop towards the ground, or you could cradle the elbows. Really just let the head drop down. Maybe even close your eyes here. And just enjoy a nice few big deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In your ragdoll, just feeling the soles of the feet connecting to the earth beneath you. Your upper body is getting a little bit heavier, relaxing the shoulders. And you just notice the breath like a wave moving around your body. Starting to breathe in and out through the nose. Stay soft through the knees. Couple more breaths here. If you would like to, perhaps adding a gentle little sway side to side. And this is the time just to gather yourself together, body, mind, and breath. Relaxing the hands down to the ground if they aren't there already. Take a nice big deep breath in, lift into your halfway lift to sliding the hands up the shins, little look forwards, flatten through your spine, and then soften back down, exhaling over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen and flatten the upper back, and softening the knees, fold over the thighs. Just one more time, halfway lift, find some length. And exhale to fold. Bending into the knees deeply. Start to curl up through the spine to stand tall. Let your hands feel really heavy and your head is the last to reach the top. Take a nice big inhale. Send the arms up to the sky. Circle the hands behind your back and interlace the fingers. Take that little bend through the knees once more as you lengthen the elbows back. Fold forwards, tummy to thighs. And keeping the bend in the knees, focusing here on the shoulder girdle, encouraging the arms away from the body, kind of giving in to gravity a little bit here. Just let the crown of the head drop down. Inhale. And exhale. Relaxing the hands to the floor into your halfway lift. Hands sliding up the shins. And fold forwards, exhale. 2 more times. Inhale through halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhaling, bring your hands to the ground. Inhale, step the feet back to your high plank. Exhaling, lower the knees to the ground. Hold it here. Inhale, push the floor away. And as you exhale, bend the elbows, chest to floor or chaturanga. Inhale, rise up the shoulders, cobra or upward facing dog. Sending the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Rolling over the tops of the feet, let the heels just relax towards the floor. Keep that little micro bend through the knees if you need it. Arms are lovely and straight as the belly button draws to the spine. Stay with that nice smooth breath. 2 more here. Inhaling. From here, gently come forwards. Give yourself space to drop your knees to the ground. Untuck the toes and sit back into your child's pose. And when you reach child's pose, stretch your arms as far forwards as you can. taking them about shoulder distance apart. Starting to push onto your knees, rounding the spine, drift the shoulders forwards. Perhaps opening the feet, squeeze your glutes and gently lower your hips towards your wrists. High cobra. Reversing that, we lift up the belly button, push the hips back to the heels. Child's pose. 2 more times. Inhale forwards, shoulders over fingertips. Exhale, squeeze your glutes, gently lower the hips. Inhale, lift it up. Sink it back into your child's pose. Exhale. 1 more round, drifting forwards. Exhale to dip it down. Inhaling to lift up. And exhale, sink back. Your next breath, just rise up onto the knees. Tuck under the toes and come back to your downward facing dog. Sending the hips up to the sky, relaxing the feet, drop the head. Move your feet to a comfortable distance underneath you and send the right leg up to the sky. Stretch through that right leg as much as you can. Try and keep the outer hip in line with your left hip and sink into your left heel. Feel that stretch down the left leg. Take a nice big inhale here, strong through the arms. Pointing into the toes, take that right foot a little bit higher, rise onto your left. Send the right foot forwards in between the hands. And just lower the left knee to the ground. Fingertips frame front foot, look forwards into your runner's lunge. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, hold. Your next breath, inhale to half split, drawing the hips back towards left heel, and exhaling, come forwards. You can use blocks here if you need some extra support. Inhale, hips draw back, half split, Ardha Hanuman, and exhale, rock forwards. Inhale, drawing the hips back, last time. And exhale, rock forwards onto your front foot. Reach your arms up and overhead into a low lunge. And then we're just going to cradle the elbows overhead. Allow the hips to melt a little bit deeper into the lunge. And perhaps just lifting the gaze a little bit. Inhale. And exhale. Relaxing the hands back to the floor. Draw the hips halfway back into your half split one last time, and you hold it here. Perhaps moving hands under shoulders, use blocks if needed. Feel the shoulder blades slide down your back. If you can, keep your back hip over your left knee. Start to think like you're trying to encourage a slight little back bend into the back of the body, hinging at the waist. Just encouraging the chest a little bit closer towards that right thigh. Inhale here. Gently rock forwards. Come back to your lunge. Move your right hand to the inside of your front foot and pick up your back knee. Pivot open the feet. Deep side squat in your right leg. See where you arrive into Skandasana Ninja Pose here at the top of your mat. And the hands can either be on the ground or just bring them to the heart center. Take an inhale, cross the space, and take a deep side squat in the other side. And don't worry if your heel is lifted underneath you, that's absolutely fine. If you can, try and encourage the toes of the straight leg up to the sky. Come back to the top of your mat. And then we're going to take it one more time to the back of your mat, into your left knee. Looking around your left foot, face the back of your mat. Left foot is now forwards. Right knee comes to the floor into your low runner's lunge. Gaze forwards. Next, inhale draws the hip back, half split, just like we did on the other side. Exhaling, rock forwards and lunge. If you need to, reach for your blocks. Inhale, hips back, 2 more times. Exhale, forwards. Last one, inhale, half split. Exhale, forwards to your low lunge. Arms reach up and overhead and cradle the elbows behind you. Lifting the gaze, little squeeze through the glutes. Breathe into your heart center, just letting the hips dip a little deeper. Inhale here. Relaxing the hands to the floor, moving into your half split. Slide the hips just halfway back. Stay high over this back heel if that's okay. Roll the shoulders away from the ears and just start to fold. And you want to think about this like you're closing down the space between the highest part of your left thigh and the lowest part of your tummy, rather than trying to get your head to your foot. For the purpose of rooting into the hamstring, see if you can find the feeling of a back bend. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. Left outer hip moves back in space. Inhale. And exhale. Lunging forwards. Left hand returns to the inside of the left foot. Pick up your back knee. Walk the hands around to the right, deep side squat into your Skandasana ninja pose, the back, what was the front of your mat. Take an inhale, cross the space. Side bend into the right knee. And again, inhaling, cross the space. Come back to the left. One more time, moving to the front of your mat. And then we face forwards. Look around that front foot, returning back to the front. Planting the hands to the ground, step into your high plank and flow through vinyasa. Coming back to your downward facing dog. Take a nice big breath in. Just notice the feeling of more space through the legs. And perhaps the shoulders too. Moving the feet a little more comfortable underneath you. Send your left foot up to the sky. Into your three-leg dog. Pushing chest to thighs. Keeping that left outer hip in line. Sinking into right heel. Inhale here. As you exhale, step left foot forwards in between the hands. Slowly rise up to your high lunge. Arms come up to the sky. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. From here, spin the back heel to the ground. Open out to warrior two. And then straighten the legs and turn the left toes in. So we have our feet parallel to one another. Dropping the hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Lengthen back through the shoulders. And fold forwards. Little bit bend through the knees if needed. Just letting the arms drop away from the body overhead. Head is heavy towards the ground. Take a nice big deep inhale. And exhale. Hold it here. 2 more breaths. Just allowing gravity to ease you a little bit deeper into this pose. 1 more time. From here, just relaxing the hands to the ground. Soften the knees. Come back around your left foot. Gently lower the right knee to the floor. Send your left foot a little bit wider on your mat. Once again, swap the hand to the inside. Circle the left arm up to the sky and just enjoy a nice big twist. And then we're going to tap left elbow inside, left foot to the floor. 2 more of those. Inhale, lift up, twist, and tap left elbow to the ground. 1 more time to lift and twist, tapping elbow to the floor. Send your left arm up to the sky. Hold the twist now as you pull your right heel to your bum. Option here to reach back and catch the foot. And if the foot feels a little far away, couple of options. You could place a block underneath your right hand, or you could use a strap around the foot. So this should feel like a lovely release for that quadricep. Let the heart spiral open. Perhaps easing that right heel a little bit closer to your bottom. Last breath. And then gently release. Bring that left hand to the ground. Pick up your back knee and step into high plank. Move through a vinyasa, breathing in. Exhale, elbows tight to the body as you get low. Moving through cobra, up dog, and downward facing dog. Take a nice big breath in. And exhale. Stepping the right leg up to the sky and forwards. Step it to the outside of your right hand. Lower the left knee to the floor. And just take a pause here. Moving into the twist, right arm circles up to the sky. Tap right elbow to the ground. Bow the chest down. Inhale, twist. Right arm goes up. And exhale, tap the floor. One more. Inhale, twist. And exhale, down. Find your twist. Right arm goes up to the sky. Curl left heel to bum, reach back. Grab the toes. Again, using block or strap as needed. Roll the shoulder open. Squeeze that left heel in. Feel that sensation in your left thigh. Breathe. Releasing your left foot. Return your right hand to the floor. And just swap your right foot and your right hand, bringing your right foot now to your center line. Rise up to high lunge, arms lift overhead. Spin back heel to the ground as you turn out to warrior two. Straighten both the arms and the legs, and then turn the right toes in, coming back to a wide leg stance. Sweep your right arm underneath your left, stack the elbows, and perhaps adding a wrap of the wrists. If this feels a little bit tight, you can always just hug the shoulders here. Take a breath in as you lift the elbows up, and as you exhale, soft knees, fold forwards. Just letting the elbows and the little fingers drop towards the ground. Feel that spread of the shoulder blades. Keep breathing. Softening the knees, unravel the arms, and slowly curl up through the spine. And we just do that with the arms the other way around, opening wide. Sweep your left arm now underneath your right. Stack the elbows into your eagle arms, wrapping the wrists if that is available to you. Take a breath in, soften the knees, and exhale, fold forwards. So this one's really nice. Sometimes the shoulders and the arms can get pretty tight when we're running. Just feel gravity. Breathe into the back body. Last breath. Undoing the arms. Fingertips to the floor. Just soften the knees. Look back around your right foot, face forwards, and move through a vinyasa. Step back to your high plank. Exhaling, bend the elbows. Chaturanga. Onto the tops of the feet, rise up. And just sit back to child's pose. Hips to heels. Encouraging your forehead towards the ground. And just enjoy a couple of breaths here. When you're ready, rise up to downward facing dog. Take the right leg up to the sky. Bring the right knee behind your right wrist. Gently place it to the floor. Moving into pigeon pose. Take the toes slightly over to the left-hand side and slide your left leg long behind you. If you need some extra support under right sitting bone, grab a cushion or you could use one of your blocks. Take a nice big breath in, sit up tall, square off to the top of your mat, and then fold forwards. Either just dropping to the elbows or perhaps creating a little cushion for your head with your hands. Find your breath. Just melt into that right hip. Try and relax your legs, relax your tummy. Holding here just a few breaths longer. Taking your time, start to rise up the chest. And with care, slide off your right hip so you can bring your left leg all the way around to the front and just straighten out that left leg in front of you. Plant your right foot flat to the floor. Left arm wraps around into a twist. Bring the right hand behind your back and sit up tall. Inhale, twisting and perhaps gazing over that right shoulder. Keep breathing. Returning back around to face the front, sweep over to the left-hand side, take a little bow, derotate, and then return back to sitting. However is most easy, we go back to downward facing dog, either over the knees or just scoop them underneath you and lift up the hips to stretch out the legs. Coming to the second side with your pigeon pose, left knee behind left wrist. Shin gently to the floor and toes over to the right-hand side. Sliding right leg long. You want to feel as though this left thigh is rotating outwards as the hips draw back. And make sure it's just a smidge wider. Use any support under left sitting bone as needed. Take a breath in. And then just ease yourself forwards. Exhale. Resting to forearms or dropping head closer towards the ground. Come back to your breath. Try and stay even between both legs. Relax through your body. Let go of muscles you don't need to be holding on to. A few more breaths. Pressing the ground away, slowly rise up. As before, slide off your left hip, sweeping your right leg around to the front. Take your time into your twist. Plant left foot to the ground. Wrap your right arm around the knee. Left hand supports you behind your back. Nice and tall through the crown of the head. Breathing in and exhaling to deepen the twist. Derotate, coming back to the front. Little bend over to the right-hand side. And then from here, just stretch the left foot out nice and long. Taking both arms up to the sky, breathe in. And as you exhale, just lay your hands down either side of the legs, lean forwards, and just let the head and chest drop. So we almost want to just dangle over the legs. Take a nice big inhale once more. Relax through the shoulders. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale deeply. 1 more time. Inhale, just relax. Exhale, drop down. Slowly start to lift your head, coming back to sit. Send the hands behind you, lean back. Bend the knees, plant the soles of the feet to the floor. Drive up your hips into reverse tabletop. Inhale here. And as you exhale, sit the hips back to the ground. Keeping the knees bent, just start to sway the knees side to side. Just that gentle twist and roll of the hips. Use this time, release any final tension and tightness. One more either side. And then we're going to finish just coming to a comfortable seated position. Just resting the hands down on the legs. Maybe take a moment to drop the gaze or just close the eyes. Nice big deep breath in. Open the mouth, exhale. Big deep breath in. Let it go. Inhaling last time. Breathe out. Close your mouth and just let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Moving palms to touch at the heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this video, guys. I hope it is a good one for you post-run. If you have any comments, questions, you can drop me a message, get in touch with me. I would love to hear from you. Otherwise, guys, whatever it is you are up to next, enjoy. I'll see you in the next video.